An idea that I find very, very interesting is when Alan Watts talks about the eternal now, right? This idea that all that exists and that has ever existed and that will ever exist is right now. You know, everything that we experience is from our own mind, from what we see, from what we touch. And the truth is, all that I can see that exists is what is happening right now. I can see a camera, I can see this beautiful jungle around me, I can touch the table that the camera's sitting on, I can touch a water bottle, but you know, you may think, well, the past did happen, I was there. Okay, but when you think back to the past, you're not in the past, you're merely thinking of the past, and the future hasn't happened. And so all that you can ever prove is right now. Even if you have videos, it's just a video of when it was now. And this is a really interesting idea, because a lot of people, me included, have allowed the past to impact who we are now. You know, we bring through the trauma, we bring through the experiences of the past and let it define us, let it shape us into who we are, who we're becoming, and who we want to be. It can create limiting beliefs, it can create blockages, it can create unforeseen challenges, mental anguish, pain, all these things. Like for me, for example, I figured out that the birth of my chronic pain was from when I was told that I wasn't good enough. And you know, I lived my life for a very long time believing that I wasn't good enough. And it just created this ceiling that I just couldn't come above, because I let the past affect who I was moving forward. But I find Alan's work, his talks, really interesting, because it just opens your mind a bit to the fact that none of it really matters, right? Because you can't prove that it happened. You can't go back into the past, you can just think about it. And you can't go into the future, you can just think about it. And it creates this like balance, right? Now, if you think about all the bad things that happen in your past, it manifests into the future. Equally, if you think about all the good things that happen in the future, it manifests into the now, and it pushes you in that right direction. You should never let experiences of the past, negative ones, affect who you are today, what you believe in yourself, and what you believe about the world. Because it never happened. It's irrelevant, right? Because all that you experience is the now. I've been on a very long journey through challenges, through knowledge, through vast difficulties, but that's not what made me special. That's not what shaped me to be who I am. It's how I overcame them. It's how I faced them. And when you can realize that only you can control what you become, then it just puts all the power in your own hands, and you realize how strong you truly are. You know, a man doesn't become who he wants to be, he becomes who he is, or who he believes to be. You know, Jim Rohn says, the major key to your better future is you. This idea that the universe is mental, that everything exists all within your head, your own reality, it can be confusing to people. It can be very confusing, because a lot of people don't understand. You know, we live in this material world. We live amongst other people who may or may not be just a part of your construction. But the truth of the matter is, your reality, okay, forget other people, your reality is just a construct of your senses, right? And this includes senses that you don't even know. We are far more powerful than we are led to believe, and that we could ever know. And dwelling on the past blocks that power. It's like a drain on your battery, or a limit. Because you shouldn't be dwelling on the past. You should only be looking positively into the future. You know, if nothing surprises you, whether it's good or whether it's bad, then you can truly become who you want to be. Like I mentioned in a previous video, life will throw you challenges relative to where you're at all points in your life. But you know, if you're not surprised by them, if you're not blown away by them, and like you don't know how to overcome them, then you're just putting these limits on yourself, right? A lot of the time you don't even know how to or why you overcome these challenges. You just need to know who you are looking to become on the other side. And when you dwell on the past with all these limiting beliefs, you can't transfer that view. You can't create this picture of yourself, this positive, unchained life in the future. So I did it very wrong for the first portion of my life, dwelling on the past, thinking about what could have been, what I could have said to someone in this particular situation, what I could have done in that particular situation. You just need to let go. The art of letting go is incredibly powerful. And you lose all worry. You know, you're not surprised by what happens to you anymore, because it doesn't matter. You're going to get through it. You're going to overcome it, because you know who you are capable of becoming. It's a beautiful thing, honestly. Like, when you can truly believe in the potential of yourself, then the past doesn't matter. Who you were, what you did, it doesn't matter. You can be whoever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. You can achieve anything. And dwelling on the past just hinders your ability to do that. And it never even happened anyway, so don't even worry about it.